Why are you up?
Because I got some important shit going on here. What do you think?
Boom, the well pass.
I'll say that again. Say that again. Let's go back just a little bit. Oh, that's not a little bit. Here we go.
Put any words? I'm asking you a question.
Society is perfect now. No, society's not perfect.
It's horrible,
Nothing's
actually, isn't it? It's horrible, isn't it?
Can I point
It's
something
better
out?
than it was when we had polygamy.
Based off what?
Based
You
on
got
the
more debt
number-
than you ever had. You got more child deletions than you ever had. You got more wars than you ever had. How is it better?
That's all false.
It's false?
Yeah, all of it. Everything you
Are
said
you
is
serious?
false.
Are you serious?
We have more child deletions
You
than
ever heard
ever.
of a central?
Yes.
You ever heard of Central Bank?
Hold on. You said what? Say that again. We have more child deletions than what?
We have more child deletions than ever. That's the only true thing you said. As far as more wars than ever, no, false. As far as more as far as more death than ever,
you can't tell me that there hasn't been more death.
Disease.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Let your mouth put you in more trouble than your body can handle.
Really?
Yeah, we've had more progress in society, more technological progress.
How can you make progress in debt?
You're sitting here in front of your computer. That's how.
We're in debt. We owe money.
You're sitting in front of your computer. The progress
To
is still
guilt
there.
trip me in my pleasures does not change the fact that it's guilt. That it's
Whether
built
or
on
not
debt.
whether or not there's debt or not, the progress is still there. Were there computers before
That's
the
not
debt?
progress if it's
Were
debt.
there
You not know what
computers
progress means?
before the debt?
Say it
Entire
again?
world's in debt.
That's what that's my point.
So what you're saying is no progress has been made. We're in the Stone Age still.
In
because
debt?
we're in
Yeah,
debt.
no.
We're in the Stone Age
No.
still because we're in debt.
No.
This is the Stone Age.
We're
That's
in
what
debt.
you're saying. So we're in the
You
Stone
can't
Age.
have progress in debt. That's not how that works.
So are you saying that we're regressing? We're not
Absolutely.
progressing, but we're regressing.
Absolutely.
No, we're not regressing. We've always been
I
in
just
debt.
want to
like the
say
internet.
thank you, Anton.
What's up, Anton?
I'm letting these two gentlemen duke it out.
I'm not even gonna lie. That kind of sound accurate with the
I thought
regression part.
Are we regressing as a society? Morally, sure.
Because you're enjoying your regression doesn't mean you're not regressing.
I agree. We are regressing.
I think we're
I think that is
regressing morally.
Yeah.
We're regressing as a society, and that's partly because
Fiscally, we are.
Because, fiscally?
Yeah.
Well, fiscally, yes and no. It's
Again, the basis for your argument, society is doing great since
I
monogamy has
didn't
been.
say
I
that.
forgot the word
Again,
you
you're
said.
putting words in my mouth.
Okay, you're right. I am. We're progressing because
No, that was
monogamy has been I don't want to say the word you said enforced.
Socially enforced monogamy
Socially enforced monogamy.
has
That's
been a
destroyed
net
society.
positive. Has been a net positive for society.
Since it's been instituted, we've been more in debt. We killed more children. We've been regressing.
But
This
they've
is my
been
point.
monogamous since before.
I'm sorry, man.
No, monogamy comes from 1610s. So-called black people were already in slavery since the 1400s. No, I'm sorry, the end of the 1500s. Well, before the beginning of the 1500s.
People have been enslaved since.
But
I'm
people
talking about us.
in other areas.
For us to have that concept is fictional. Our people have never ran anything being monogamous ever. That's never been a thing. It's never worked.
Fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Look.
Yeah, Lee, put your chat in the chat. Let them finish this out. This is.
Well,
I like. I like.
Where's-
I would
where's-
drop all of y'all to have this conversation because
I just wanted to throw
Where's-
something out
so-
there.
Where is the
Brittany, that's why I
poly-
said, what
Show-
are you reading? Because I want to learn what you're reading.
Show me the polyamorous
Brittany, me and
society
you was arguing like this.
that is on par.
no,
with
we weren't arguing like that.
No,
He put it in the chat. He put it in the back channel.
What is
I just thought that it should-
Show me a polyamorous society that's on par with America.
this one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Poor babies. They don't follow very well. Let's go over it again. Y'all ready?
What is poly?
thought that
Poly.
it
Show me a polyamorous society that's on par with America.
This one.
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Again, monogamy is only two virgins coming together and making another virgin.
So
Who the fuck is doing that? Who on this panel doing that?
So
All right then.
I'm gonna add that word.
Hey, how you doing? Let me scooch in here. What I'm not about to do is repeat myself for somebody that I know heard what I said the first time I said whatever it was that I said. Love you, bye.
Seems as if you either win or crash the car trying to win.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. You know, I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about? That phrase is trademark, not to use it as permission to Ricky Bobby.
Let us continue with this evening's content. If you are enjoying the stream, please press 1 in the chat and also hit the like button. If you happen to have a channel in the community tab, please share it in all of your other social media outlets. We greatly thank you here at the World Class. Please enjoy yourself. Evil.
You're
just not. You don't.
So you're
I
saying
can't be fucked with in this conversation. I'm telling you, you're going to lose every time.
You're saying socially enforced monogamy
Everybody is
hasn't
doing.
happened?
We're doing poly. Monogamy is only two virgins coming together, making another virgin.
I will
what
agree.
part of that do y'all not understand?
I agree that we
you marry
we
one
are,
person your entire life. Next to nobody is doing that.
Yes, I
this
agree
is
that
the
we
one.
are doing.
And then y'all don't understand law enough to know
soft polygamy. So if we've always been, have we always been doing this?
Yes.
So if we've always been doing soft poly, then
no, we've been doing poly. It's not soft poly. It's not promiscuous. It's poly. Your
So if
face
we've
is poly.
always-
Your jeans
so-
is poly. The plants you eat is poly. The animals you eat is poly.
So if we've always been doing poly, how would you possibly place child deletions at the feet of monogamy?
That's why I asked you. That's why I'm asking you. You the one that said enforce.
Socially enforced monogamy has been a
asked you.
yes. Socially enforced monogamy is a thing.
You claim that.
Right. It's
And
a
I was-
thing. That's
I was beating your
happened.
claim.
It's a thing that happened. The idea that we're supposed to be with with the
The true thing is that people that walk around saying they're monogamous are liars. It's just a lie. Nobody's monogamous, other than the two virgins that came together and made a virgin. It's not rocket science. Hold up, just. What the fuck? This is definitely the ghetto's vid.
Bang, 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 bang,
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Jalen Breezy said, "You will come across these problems anytime you find a man with a proper voice and a pair of glasses." You say you're a polygamous liar? That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas is lying. Like, what do you mean? I was monogamous in this one relationship, and then I was over here. I was polyamorous, and then over here I was polygynous, and then over here I was polyandrous. Like, come on now, cut it out. Stop doing these things, oh, please. Why away from me, oh? Idiot.
That we're supposed to pair off.
What I just explained to you is y'all still saying monogamy and you're not even doing it, is what I'm saying. You're not doing monogamy.
Okay, so
we're not even socially forcing. Even if we were socially forced, we wouldn't.
Then it wouldn't be happening
anymore.
Well, he kind of gave a simple answer with the bird analogy. Like, what happens when the other? You were saying something about the pair bonding of the bird, right? And he was like, "Well, what happens when one passes away? What the other one supposed to do?"
The other one usually.
Hey, do you want to talk about how many of those species is on the endangered list?
Man, why do things go on? Why do things go on?
Bald eagles, swans. Did you want to talk about that part?
Yeah, bald eagles.
I'm too good at this.
Bald eagles go on the end.
Hold on. You know what we do over here.
bang, 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 bang,
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Boom, the world class.
Doing the people. Oh, he needs some milk.
Danger list because of humans. That's
All
not,
right then.
Yeah.
All right then. That's just. I cannot be competed with in this conversation.
And
the list that
you know
got
what?
is on the endangered species list.
But I got a question, because even if you think about it, our society wouldn't even be doing forced monogamy because
socially enforced.
Socially enforced. It would be socially enforced on me, not you, because 9 times out of 10, men aren't virgins when they meet women.
Well, yeah.
Even when it was enforced or okay for me to be the one that keeps myself, you still didn't. So I still would be, even if I came to the table as a virgin, you have already practiced in giving your, in whatever. I just
Practice with who?
Okay, so I see what you're talking about.
Practice with who?
Other women.
Other women.
Brittany, I don't
Okay,
get it. How
so
would be enforced on you as the woman?
yeah, because I had to practice with somebody, so
Yeah. So then, even
also.
if I kept myself for the so-called monogamy in the society we lived in, or even back then, men would have already having at least a woman or two before they got their version that they married.
So socially enforced monogamy is how our laws are written. It's that's why that marriage is one man, one woman in America. Why polygamy is illegal.
Don't go down
But
the road.
but y'all missing his point of the fact that when
Listen, that shit is a lie, bro. If your religion, if you got a right to religion in this country, and your religion has polygamy in it, I think y'all can put 2 and 2 together. I just hear something and you say it, but show me that law that says that, so I can show you what knowing law really look like. You think these stupid little corporate laws is over religion? You've lost your mind. When y'all didn't want to get the jab, what worked? Religious exemption. In a lot of countries, your religion is first. It's before your heritage. It's before your nationality. It's before your ethnicity. You need to learn, man. It's not true.
he says it's principle based, not one man, one woman. It's I never had nobody at all. And the fact that I might marry. See, we're thinking about marriage to one person instead of a multiple people, not realizing that obviously the word marriage just means 2 people making a baby, not necessarily 2 people coming together for a lifetime. Obviously, monogamy means 2 people coming together for a lifetime. So we're actually using words wrong.
Completely.
But you don't need to be married to make a baby, period. So,
but dude, come on, man.
So that's what he's saying. These words that we're actually using them incorrectly. And to your point, Mel, you're right, which that's the problem. Marriage is 2 people coming together to make a baby. That's what marriage is, but we use it as marriage is a lifetime commitment to each other, which really that's monogamy. And monogamy actually means I was a virgin, you were a virgin, and we came together. The poly part is I had a couple people, you had a couple people, and because marriage is actually sex, I was actually practicing sex. So that's why it's the poly. And he did explain all that.
Well, with your logic, that means no one has ever been true. The men have never been monogamous then.
Facts.
That's the
there you go.
Point.
It's plain and simple.
Well, I might not.
Plain and simple.
I can live my life.
All of that is fine. Like that's not the argument. That's not the argument.
That wasn't the argument.
The
argument is that monogamy
baby leave.
The argument
wants another to have a baby.
The argument is whether or not you can still be in a dominant position while being monogamous, while choosing to be monogamous.
He's not saying anything about that.
Every time you say you lose. I told you that.
I didn't say the word
It's not about
you.
I didn't. In position while being monogamous, while choosing to be monogamous.
He's not saying anything about that.
Every time you say you lose.
actually using words wrong.
Completely.
But you don't need to be married to make a baby, period. So,
but
dude, come on, man.
So that's what he's saying. These words that we're using, we're actually using them incorrectly. And to your point, Mel, you're right, which that's the problem. Marriage is two people coming together to make a baby. That's what marriage is, but we use it as marriage is a lifetime commitment to each other, which really that's monogamy. And monogamy actually means I was a virgin, you were a virgin, and we came together. The poly part is I had a couple people, you had a couple people, and because marriage is actually sex, I was actually practicing sex. So that's why it's the poly, and he did explain all that.
Well, with your logic, that means no one has ever been true. The men have never been monogamous then.
Amen.
Facts.
That's the
there you go.
Point
They're plain and simple.
Well, I might not.
Plain and simple.
I could live my life.
All of that is fine. Like that's not the argument. That's not the argument.
That wasn't the argument.
The argument is like monogamy.
Baby leave.
The argument
wants another to have a baby.
The argument is whether or not you can still be in a dominant position while being monogamous, while choosing to be monogamous.
He's not saying anything about that.
Every time you say you lose. I told you that.
I didn't say the word I.
It's not about you.
I didn't. I said whether or not you.
Bro.
You're making it.
First of all, you said I already twice. And if you listen, if you stop cutting me off, you'd have heard it's not about the person. It's a position. It doesn't matter if you or I or it or her or him. It's not about that. It's just the position itself. It's just sitting there at that point, collecting myself so I won't holler on this young lady's panel and shit. It's just goofy shit.
I can still be in a dominant position.
I didn't
in
say
monogamy.
that. I didn't say that. I literally did not say that. Roll it back. Run back the tape. Run back the tape. This is all on video. Run it back.
I should have timestamped when he said it twice.
So here's the thing. With all of that being said, the fact that even if I'm monogamous and I'm one virgin and you're a virgin and we come together forever, we will never, my uterus, my eggs will never be able to give you as many babies as you can give 3, 4.
It's like the fourth or fifth time she said this. It's like it's the obvious answer to what I'm saying.
4, 10 women at a time. At one time, you can make 10 babies in one day compared to the one we get it. So that means
100%. 100%. It is possible.
So
what I'm saying is,
all I'm saying is you have put your genes in a submitted state to procreate, not you being
would the men be able to pay for it?
You have suppressed.
Again, you haven't.
Can we use suppressed?
Jesus
Can we
Christ.
say you have suppressed your chances of actually having 10 babies instead of one? Like you submitted yourself to one baby instead of 10 that you could possibly make if you had 10 women. Or you
most men don't even want a whole bunch of
whether or not that's even possible.
The original,
right?
So he wants
I hear you.
Choose to procreate with one woman.
So if I
suppress himself.
If I have 10 babies over the course of 10 years with one woman. If I have 10 babies over the course of 10 years with one woman versus not being able to procreate at all, because that's how most men are, unable to procreate at all.
Why not?
Because only about 40% of men actually procreate.
But that's by choice.
No,
it ain't.
No, it's not by choice. It's because they cannot.
Wait a minute.
It's
World
because they
Class
cannot.
already agreed to this 40.
No, we were not. And then he's trying to find a discount deal. He's trying to get a plea deal off on the argument just to feel okay. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about dominant submissive. Who's in a dominant position? Who's in a submissive position? Not being grateful. That's crazy, bro.
% thing. So apparently
only 40% of men.
all women, I mean, out of all your women. Out
Only
of all your
40% of
men,
men.
we've already said that most dudes don't have sex, and majority of men
Don't procreate.
So obviously,
that's
there's
true.
going to be a chance that there's men that won't do anything compared to him being able to at least make 10 babies with his one wife for 10 years.
So if I get one woman and have 10 babies, I'm doing good. That's a good thing.
Compared to the person that's not doing anything, but compared to the man that has 10 women, he can actually make 10 babies in one day compared to yours in 10 years.
That's fine. But I can't compare to that guy. What if it's not possible to
That's
compare to that guy?
That's what you
That's
said.
the point.
Huh?
That's what you said.
Uh-oh. Wait
That's
a
what you
minute.
were saying.
I couldn't get it queued up fast enough. I can't answer that hold you.
I don't know.
Colin,
What's going on?
get him
I
off
heard what you
the
said.
line.
I
didn't know if you knew this.
No, I'm just asking you what's going on.
Then
I get
you
that.
get
I
there.
don't know why you're not listening to.
No hair.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity. You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
Do you want me to tell you how you said it? You want me to say it back to you how I think you said it? Go ahead.
Well, that means that you can barely hear the truth. So who has the problem here? Who has the problem?
Shit, bro. You can't make this goofy, stupid, retarded, satanic shit the fuck up.
You have to submit to something. You're
Compared to that man who has 10 women who can make 10 babies in one day compared to your one baby in one day, you are actually in a committed, like you have suppressed your capability to do that.
Math. It's simple math. It's not rock science. It's not rocket science.
When I ask the question, who or what are you submitted to? The answer is other men.
Yeah.
Okay, so that could have been answered a long time ago, right?
But that's a good question, but it's not what I said. I wasn't talking about who. I said the submissive position.
That
we
doesn't
never
make
talked
sense.
about the position. What she just explained is the position.
Somebody snoring?
I don't know. Somebody. I don't know what it's called.
The word position doesn't make sense in this context. You have to submit to something. You're saying we're submitting to other men. That's fine. I can understand that. If that's what you're saying.
So now we get into whether something's right, whether you can understand it, not whether it's right. Exactly, Jay. Most people that say they are monogamous are only conditionally monogamous. Facts. Which means they're not monogamous at all. So the conditions is you're a virgin, the other person a virgin, and y'all make a virgin. That's literally what it means. Natasha! What's going on? Miss Gorgeous Galore, Miss 5'7". What else I'll be calling you? Top Shelf. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. Just doing a little bit. Just a little bit of stuff.
And that's what the argument is you've placed yourself in a submissive position to other men. Okay, fine.
No,
that's not. You got to think about it this way too. Try to think about it this way. At least the way it rolls in my head, right? Like if you had one kid, one boy, but the other man had.
Yes, Miss Style. This is very weird.
10 boys. You know, and some crazy extreme situation happened where y'all had to go against each other.
He's in a better position. Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree.
Natasha, no. I refuse. I will not do it. This me.
Cause that shit you poured in the kitchen, I should have fucked you up. But I let you walk away, and I let you come get yourself together. But bitch, I'ma let you know if you ever pull that shit on me again, that will be your last motherfucking day standing. I promise you that.
What's up, Israel? What's going on, bro? I will not. It will be evil. You know y'all at. It's the ghetto sphere. Call my spirit animal.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy. And we shall have peace.
Shout out to Lexie, sexy Lexie. She was there. You was there when I was doing this, Lexie. I'm walking them dogs to be euthanized. That's what I do.
Agree with that. But
again,
Natasha said, "Not know, like I'm a naughty pet. I don't know about pet, but I got you being naughty."
the way and again, I was trying to I misunderstood what you were saying. If you're talking about a dominant position in your relationship, I can still be dominant in my relationship.
But that's not what he meant the whole time.
Again, I asked the question and he didn't answer it.
But he said
no. He didn't answer
5 times.
When I asked the question, submissive to who or what, he refused to answer. He refused. When he could have just said other men.
But
because the question was first of all, the question was wrong. I still stand by what I said. Monogamy, as you just no,
the question wasn't wrong. When I asked submissive to who or what,
can I finish?
There was an answer to that question.
Oh my God, it was not. It was
not.
It
was. You answered it.
You asked the question based off what I asked. Well, I'm sorry, but what I stated before you came up here, which is why you came up. I said monogamy puts you in a submissive position. You explained the position. Brittany explained the position. The birds that you mentioned, I only got to mention those names that you showed are in a submissive position.
Because he's not masculine. That's why Daryl Long was clapping at the bottom of the screen. Because he's not masculine. He don't have that. He don't know how to do that. He got feminisms. One of them kids that want to see somebody that bullied him get beat, but it never happens.
Submissive to who?
Because those
or what?
They're just themselves. They put themselves in danger because they are in the endangered species list, aren't they? A lot of them. It puts you in a submissive position as a just.
Oh no, Natasha. You know I would never do. I would never. This was Brittany's last live on Thanksgiving. I don't know what clock in the morning. A half o'clock in the morning. Salute to Before the Billions. What's up, bro? Yeah, I definitely wasn't going on Fight Club. I'm too good for that. I said it a lot too. I swear I'm at with that.
Yeah. Out of the 21 out of the 21 that's on the list, as compared to the 10,000 other species that are poly, yes, it puts you in a submissive.
That's because I'm trying to get you to get eagles more than they like robins.
All right, hold on. It puts you in a submissive position, principally speaking. Do you understand that part? I'm talking about a principle. You're talking about people or a person or a thing. I'm not talking about
this principle that you're talking about. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, maybe you don't understand principles then.
I understand principles. I don't understand what principle you are talking about.
Nature.
That's not a principle. That's existence.
Jesus
that's
Christ.
Reality.
Yeah. This was when I was done. I was done. The nigga said nature. The nigga said nature is not a principle.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, and I don't want you to keep going. What's going on? I heard what you said.
I didn't know if you knew this.
No, I'm just asking you what's going on.
Then
I get that.
get
I don't know why you're not listening to me.
No hair.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity. You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
The nigga said that nature, the planet that he lives on, the place where his gravity comes from, the same planet, the same nature that produced his physics that he talked about earlier, he said is not a principle. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on. He lost in the sauce. And it's Fight Club, if this is the best you got to offer me. Oh no. Please, why not do this? Being better than this, eh? Remove this for me, oh. Oh my God. You have to bring better than these things. You have to bring better than these things for me, oh. Please. Bring better than this. Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
Nature is not a principle.
Jesus Christ. What makes you say that? What do you think you get stuff from? Do you know what principle means? The first three letters is PRI, which means first. What came first, nature or you?
I be trying not to flex on his app.
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm not good at trying.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Y'all make sure I hit the like button on the way in. The link is in. It's pinned to the top. If you want to get in on this, you definitely can. About to get let ghetto in a bit.
A basic truth, law, or a...
Well, let's go back.
I'm talking about a principle. You talking about people or a person or a thing. I'm not talking
understand
about
this
thing.
principle that you're talking about. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, maybe you don't understand principles then.
I understand principles. I don't understand what principle you are talking about.
Nature.
That's not a principle. That's existence.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
reality.
Jesus Christ.
Nature is
Jesus
not a principle.
Jesus Christ. What makes
not double down? Not double down on something that don't make no sense.
you say that? What do you think you get stuff from? Do you know what principle means? The first three letters is PRI, which means first. What came first, nature or you?
A basic truth, law, or assumption. That's what the principle is.
Basic. That means it's the basis. That means it's a principle.
A basic
Amen.
principle, law, or assumption.
That's nature. So I'm talking about nature. The principle is nature. That's what we've been explaining. That's why I went to atoms. That's why I went to species. Your face is poly. Your genes are poly. The plants you eat are poly. The animals you eat are poly. The material you use is poly. It has to go through a poly process. It's a fundamental aspect of nature. When you just do poly, which means one, the breathing process you have is poly. If you inhale only, you're going to die. If you exhale only, you're going to die. Mono means one or alone. That's what it means. It puts you in a submissive position. It's math. It's not even debatable. No matter where you come from, it works everywhere on the planet twice on Sunday.
The word submission doesn't make sense in this context. That's all I'm saying.
In genes, the word submission is recessive.
Okay.
Maybe you understand it from a different position. But like I said, submissive and dominant is universal law. It's universal. It's everywhere. It's non-negotiable. So what I was explaining to Trucker was, and this is what I said to him, I don't think he remembers. It don't matter if you're in monogamy or polygamy. If you don't establish dominant and submissive in your own relationship, neither one of them going to work. And this is an example of why. Because you have to understand what's principle, what's causation and what's effect. It's a certain order. We ask women to be in order, but we're not in order. So I'm not fighting your choice as a man to make a decision to be with one chick. I'm not. But I'm telling you what position you put yourself in, like I'm supposed to.
Bang, 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 bang.
It's pretty easy and simple to see who's the leader and who's not. I think I just seen your comment. Shout out to Roy Chess. What's going on? Facts, Rondo. It's math. It's not rocket science. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple.
So you know the cause. Because if we want to constantly, because you want to, if you have a daughter, you want a dominant man. But if most men are in a submissive position, then what? The likelihood of me getting a man to be able to raise a son that's worthy for my daughter is low. Because what's the end goal? I'm thinking 10, 20 years down the line today. How does today affect 10, 20 years down the line, 100 years down the line? What's up, Cheeky?
Hi, Cheeky. The most dominant man on the panel, or monogamous man on the panel. Who knows? I don't know.
I'm gonna stick with monogamous. Stop putting targets on my back. Why do people do this to me on the internet? I just be trying to live my life and just have conversations and be cool, and then just target most dominant man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Happy Thanksgiving, Cheeky. My bad.
It's crazy. Lexie says, Lexie says DL isn't clapping now. Laugh my ass off. Right. He not clapping now. His ass would be in another chat talking about Rob cooked him. Did you see Rob cook me? Yeah, nah. And it's when I seen DL, I was like, oh, they're alone. But at first I thought down low. You know they got them down low niggas. That's just fun. It's easy. Well, I'm not an idiot.
All these dudes are compared. I won't dominate, especially on the internet. They be fighting for no reason.
Hey, Cheeky, I don't think that mic is hooked up.
Yeah,
it might be.
Sound like it.
Yeah, because
I may have
computer mic.
I really enjoyed that debate, y'all. Like that was a good one.
It's not over yet. Keep
it ain't
going,
over.
guys.
Damn. I called it too early.
Listen to Brittany egging it on. Cammed off though.
It's the game, right?
How about that?
Wait.
Rob is another married man on
Brittany, what were you doing with your hands? Tell me.
my panel. Jesus Christ. Luckily,
So I was
Yeah, that's way better.
I heard part of what he was saying monogamy puts you in a submissive position. Now I don't want you to if you don't want to, you don't have to restate your entire premise of that, but
oh yeah, it's towel time.
yeah, I'm trying to understand that better. How
Hashtag
how
towel
did you
time.
come to that conclusion?
There's a lot of things. First of all, the word like monogamy is what monogamy actually is two virgins coming together making another virgin. I explained earlier that gamy means marriage. Marriage comes from the word marry, M-A-R-R-Y, which means to give offspring in marriage. So that's what monogamy actually is. To marry once in a lifetime. Marry meaning to give offspring.
Absolute facts.
I also mentioned that any woman on this panel, it's only two women on this panel in the chat. Most y'all can make, if I give you Marvel level physics, is three. You can make 3 fathers a year. Any one of us can make a mother a day. So what we also established is that only 40% of men.
And when I'm saying what that is, I mean I know y'all, it's easy to keep up. What I'm saying what that is whether irrespective of what you choose, you want to be poly or you monogamous. I am telling all of these dudes up here, even Daryl Long, goofy looking ass. I'm telling that all y'all have the same ability. We all got the same potential. We all on the same boat until you start to choose to be less. That's what dudes need to pick away from that. We all on the same level. When you rest in your nature, all this femininity, masculinity, be in your nature. You got the ability to create nations. Roy Chess says, so you are arguing strictly from etymology only? No, I went on to use nature. I'm using nature and etymology and their life. I'm using real facts, everybody's actual life. I'm using nature and I'm using grammar. Because that's what the problem is. It's really nothing else. It's really, to go anywhere else is arbitrary, and you're not going to get any definitive answer. You know what I'm saying? It's deal with the facts. And you know what? Roy Chess, at least get the facts established first, then get into all of those nuances. But put the structure down first, put the facts down, and then when you want to go and expand past structure, you know the risk you're taking. So once we stay on what the word actually means, we look at nature as it relates to both the connotative and the denotative meaning, right? And then we look at people's real life, and you go, damn, yeah, that is that. Damn, that is that. Zone said, I guarantee he talks himself out of a substantial amount of coaching. Shit. Apparently he's married, so which is more of an incentive for him to listen to. A lot of these people can't afford what I'm saying to be a popular talking point. You know what I'm saying? So they be up here for that. They don't really. He's not prepared. He just heard me and hopped up. You got to prepare. This is a warning or advice. Don't get on a panel with me and debate anything I'm saying unless you're prepared. Give yourself like a month. Cause I'm prepared. I've been waiting for y'all for years. Y'all just running into me. I've been prepared. It's not fair. I'm seeing you 6,000 times. You just seeing me for the first time. It's not fair. I don't like beating unworthy opponents. So what's the point of this? I know people only get better. That's why I did it. One of the first things I did on my channel was did a review on the movie Revolver. You only get smarter by playing a smarter opponent. I get on these panels to make people better, to get people to think and to challenge. That's what we do in football practice. That's what we did in boxing. That's what we did in basketball. We find smarter opponents, more talented opponents to get better.
Roughly speaking, throughout time, it's been able to reproduce. So they would be the dominant. They would be our forefathers, and they would be the dominant. When you put yourself in a position where you can only make one child, it's really making one child in a lifetime. But let's just say, let's yield and say you can make multiple children in that virgin relationship, that monogamous relationship. You put yourself in a position where you can't populate the earth as much as the other men that are poly. You're in a submissive position. Also, simply put, you are being told what you are being limited to her reproductive system, whereas another man isn't. So you now become that maybe 3 children in 1 year, where me being poly, I can make 365. You're in a submissive position.
So you was right when you said your submissive position is to her, not necessarily
Exactly.
You're submitted to her, but you're submitted to her womb.
First of all, ASMR is just shit. Cause say you all here to do ASMR with popcorn. I be eating popcorn on the panel to keep my energy up. I be needing that pink Himalayan salt. That shit fire, bro. It's like pure energy when you're healthy. Why you just lie like that? I ain't lie. I don't be doing no lie. Job turkey sauce.
And how it limits your gene to procreate as much as the guy with 3 wives or 3 women who is also not, he's submitted to 3 uteruses, but is more than your one.
That's why I said position, because it's that and then some.
So when you choose, that's when you said, I'm putting myself in a submissive position because I'm only submitting myself to 1 uterus.
Facts.
Compared to me submitting myself to 3 uteruses.
And I'm not even, I can't even compete at the same level that dogs do. Dogs can.
First of all, uteri is hilarious. She literally got her own goddamn dictionary. Shout out to the Organixy. She's a mess. Look at this. Who that laughing? You trolling me. JLE said if anybody looking to make 365 kids, don't look my damn way. Who that trolling? Who that in the chat? Who that in the chat trolling? Job turkey sauce.
Compete at a higher level within their species than I can. Rats can.
They have multiple
Fleas
kids
can.
at a time.
You can have twins. You can have triplets.
So that's what it was. I don't think it's more like the.
You can.
As a man, you're submitted to something, but technically you're submitting your penis to 1 uterus. You're submitting your penis to 1 vagina. Like that's what you're doing, compared to the guy who submitted himself to 3 vaginas. But I like to say uteruses because we were talking about babies and your gene, and the fact that I could go and have sex, or the man could go have sex with 3 uteri, and you only have 1. And now he could have made 3 babies in that one moment. You made that one. 9 months later go by, he got 3 kids
Brittany?
to your 1 kid.
Brittany, you know what? You actually right. You sure enough is. Well, it is Ottoman though. Uterus is actually it's both of them. Yep, she's right. It is uteri. Plural uteri, uteri, or it is uteruses though. She was right both ways. I didn't know that was. I thought it was uteruses. It must be a Latin word then. Yeah, it would make sense if it's in medical. It would be a Latin word.
Gene pool is now at a lower state than his procreation rate is higher. So
Mhm.
I think that's just what it is. And he used submissive position.
Hmm. And I didn't point it out when I was on the panel, but Lexie's right there. You see my name in orange. She's saying, and the wife, you know, the thing about monogamy is crazy is that the wife started to deny that husband from sex, and that shit right there is blues, bro. That's past blue balls. That's just straight blues. The whole you blue.
And I guess the only reason why he used submissive position because choosing to be in this situation or that was your choice.
You get me,
And
Cheeky?
you chose to submit your penis to one
you're
uterus.
using you. Okay.
I like the word restrict better than
Hold on.
submissive. So go ahead.
You're using the etymology of monogamy to come up with the basis of this. I'm not against that. I think that kind of makes sense, right, to a degree. So what's the etymology of submission?
I just looked that up. Somebody got that. Oh, okay. Submission. Let me get that. I got submissive. I even posted.
Or submissive? Yeah, whichever word you were
Yeah,
using.
you
right?
use submissive.
Whatever words you were using, you're also using etymology to kind of break down why you're saying what you're saying.
In the
I see-
back chat.
All right, so I'm finna look at this, right?
Submission noun, late 14th century, act of referring to a third party for judgment or decision. I don't know how to say the French. I'm good at French. A lowering, letting down, sinking. To
Okay.
let down, put down, lower, reduce yield.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Oh, excuse me. Okay,
Yeah,
all
you
right,
can do the
what's
verb.
the-
I
so-
used to go to the verb. Go ahead. I'm back.
So I guess the way you're using these words, they make sense. What's the argument?
That was
Rob was saying, Rob. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, what's your stance on this? What's your foundation?
My argument was mostly a misunderstanding and trying to understand how he was using the word. So from what I understood at first, it sounded like the putting yourself in a monogamous relationship would put you as the submissive in that relationship, but that's not what he was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, and
can I say this? It does, but at the same time, it doesn't mean you're a submissive man. It happens. With dudes just getting in the habit of just pleasing that one chick and doing what she told you to do. It happens, but that's not necessary. That's what I'm saying. It happens. That's what I'm saying. It happens. We're saying the same thing with that. I'm just saying that's why I speak to the position you put yourself into, like principally speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. So
the overall position makes sense. That I think that we're talking about two different things. So yeah, that's
Girl Thong, aka Daryl Long, was running around in chat saying that Rob cooked me, but I'm agreed with. Ain't that something? That's why I say whenever you say I or you, we're gonna miss it because you're gonna put yourself in that and you're gonna go say I can still be dominant. Cool. I can't argue that. I can't argue the individual.
So how about this, right? I'll take Rob's stance on this, and then just think of it in that way, or I'll try as best as I can. Why would you use?
Wait,
the
why
word?
would you take Rob's stance where he just said he had a misunderstanding? That's the only reason why he came up as a misunderstanding. So now they agree.
But again, you can still make an argument based on the understanding. It doesn't necessarily mean just because you misunderstood, you have to agree. So I'm making a counter argument.
I'm with it.
Just because I can see somebody, I'm trying my hardest to come up with a position on the spot that can challenge his and make it make sense. Because
Is
if you're going to use
men do right now?
This is the Socratic method that I was talking to you
I
about
was just
earlier,
wondering, 'cause
Brittany.
I'm like, wait, they even said, oh, okay, I agree. So now it's like, Cheeky, are you trying to?
This is how actual.
No, I'm-
What I'm
trying to-
This is like how think tanks work.
What I'm trying
this
to
is-
do
this is
is
how
flesh
debate
out.
works.
What I'm trying to do is flesh out the ideas of somebody that I'm hearing. Right, I think it makes sense just based on the basis of etymology and what he's saying. But just because it makes sense doesn't mean that there's not another option or another thought that can challenge it to make it be better. Right. I think this is the reason the way I use the internet is as a sounding board. Right. Because all of my ideas in my head are great, and they're perfect, and I'm right, and no one can beat me in it because it's me. But that's a flawed method in theory, and tends to lead into like ego and how somebody views himself, which is incorrect in my opinion. Right? I can't really debate that because it's based on something that's subjective. So what I'm doing for world class, or what I'm trying to do to world class, is better flesh out what he's thinking, or see if there's some holes in what he's saying, to maybe he can come up with it. So the next time he say, "Hey, buddy, you in a submissive position because you're monogamous," just hearing those words without understanding the etymology sound crazy.
Well, let me
the way that he was saying and the way that he was using the words was very difficult to
right,
understand.
like because you're using words that are very against men's nature to be. So when you're using
well, let me stop you there, because
go ahead.
Oh, Natasha, we all know who the teacher is.
Evil. One, I said monogamy puts you in a submissive position. Two, as we just explained.
Yeah, Natasha, it's the link is in the description. We about to shut down a little bit too. It's almost over.
And only 40% of men procreate. So submission is very normal to men. But they're not used to saying it. You have submission in the military to other men.
Right. Absolutely, world class. What I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing with you on that, right? But I think you understand, just like we all as men understand, in today's society, there are certain words that if you say that, it's going to trigger a response of "that's not me." Just like when a perfect example is when women have called me fearful about marriage. No, I'm not fearful. I'm cautious because you hoes is reckless. I don't. It's like, I think that's fair. But using the word fear, if you look up the word fear, a synonym to fear is cowardice. And as a man, I don't display or want to display that, so I'm going to fight that. Same way when you say submissive, as a man, my role on a social level has been defined as something that's supposed to be masculine and what do you call
dominant.
What's up? Dominant. Yeah. Dominant. Yep. So when you use a word like submissive, that's the antonym of a man in today's society, or we don't want to be that. So we're here to fight it, which is why I asked for the breakdown, because I don't like to assume stuff.
Well, before you came up, that's why I also said, now every time I say this, I say that. Every time I bring up dominant and submissive, I say this is universal law. Man.
Hold on.
It's
like being logical all the time.
Well, in genes, it's called dominant and recessive. It's fundamental. You in a position all the time. When you was a little boy, before you became whatever, you was dominant and you was submissive to other men. Your uncle, your big brother, your cousin. It's a normal thing. Then when you're in a relationship, like I said, with a chick, she run you. Most of that position that you're in. You doing what she wants you to do. You at her genetic reproduction level, not yours.
So let's I don't disagree. And since the fact that you just said that, right? It makes sense, and I want my my thoughts just went somewhere else.
All right, that is it. Like I said, link is in the description to Brittany's channel. Please go check it out. Not only that last live she did, but all her lives. Go support all things Brittany B. Support all things Noble Girl. Yeah, we ain't got nobody in the we ain't got nobody down there. Ain't nobody bloop me. Hopefully I ain't missing nobody. Ain't nobody down there. What's going on? What's going on, Raw and Uncut? I think I just seen you on another panel the other day. Yesterday or something like that. What were y'all saying in the chat? Roy Chess says, I think the point of bringing up Socratic method was a reference to academia reasoning, aka deductive logic instead of rhetoric. Logic and rhetoric are different. And you said rhetoric, I'm about to say Roderick. Rhetoric has many traits like psychology and does not mix well with philosophy circles. That I can understand. I can get that part. I get. Psychology is, well, philosophy is more subjective than psychology, but psychology is not really I like neurology. I like neuroscience over psychology, even though they kind of brother and sister, as at least at how they're being used, with academia and the professional settings. But how the brain works, the mechanical part, yeah, I'm on that end. I mean, yeah, but to his point, to Rob's point, I'm definitely the teacher in that situation. But, you know, that's how a debate is supposed to go. Was no personal shots. I got kind of frustrated with some of the stuff he was doing, interrupting, but yeah, it was a decent debate. I'm glad it went the way it was supposed to went on Brittany's channel. I do the best I can not to be as ratchet as I would love to be. And yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through. This was fun. You know, we're gonna be ghetto on the way out, because why not? Yeah, that's why I seen you at. You was live with Beans yesterday. I think I went to sleep. It was late. I went to freak to sleep, man. I was tired. Yep. Let me see what we had on the likes. Dang, can we get 2 more likes? Oh, Jalen Breeze, it's always good to have you here. Yeah, man. We gotta take your key back because you've been gone too long. So, you know, you keep coming through, you'll get your key back. If you want to show, you can have one. But, you know, you be over there with the ratchets over on Dirty Folks channel. We got a wing ratchet over here. Thank you, ladies. We appreciate you. Y'all do right by me. Except for Savannah, who's not here at all. I don't know where Savannah at. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you supposed to be like the first lady, but then you left. You be there with all the ratchets. She said, I don't be over there. I don't live there. I'm home now. That's exactly. I don't know where Savannah. I think Savannah's working, honestly. She's probably just working. And we might be live tomorrow on our topics. You know, I'm not sure. We should be live tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff coming. Got a lot of it. I'm gonna be getting more into I'm gonna be doing more of these reaction videos going forward. Got some stuff I just want to put together. Got to get in the habit of making videos. So I'm gonna put a lot of this mentorship content for males when we get monetized. So I gotta get in the habit because we ain't that far away. I think we had 758, and I'm happy with my growth because my growth is organic. Shout out to Organixy. And I ain't come from, well, Mr. Palmer channel is pretty big, but I don't really be riding off his coattails too much. You know, I could, and he told me to. He said, yeah, man, we're do the reactions, and I am. But like Zone can even attest to this. It's them stories from Mr. Palmer channel, man. That shit makes me mad because that's my trigger. Doing a reaction to Courtney Michelle's last video. I be getting angry and shit with the child abuse stuff. Like, that shit bothers the fuck out of me. It truly bothers me. So I be needing to take a break from them stories. Even though a lot of these guys are like me, you know, they're presently going through things, and you know, they need the support. So I definitely will be on Mr. Palmer's channel, helping these brothers out, you know, helping them out with the channel, because the guys need to be talked to, hopping up on the panel. But it'd be the stories be crazy, bro. The stories be crazy. Brothers be sending it to him, and he put it up, and the shit just be crazy over there, bro. Shout out to Palmer, shout out to Couch Gang, shout out to True. He came up, must have got busy. Yeah, Red Lipstick Vibes said the same thing. She said, yeah, make me mad too. Yeah, them stories, man, them stories, man. Boy. The worst of the worst, man. Worst of the freaking worst. Alright. He ain't get busy. True Free, but ain't get busy. He saw you in the chat. You saw you in the chat cut? Ain't that something? I don't know why y'all two beefing. Fake beefing at that. Alright. I don't got nobody in the back. You know what I usually say when I be saying stuff the way I say it? It ain't but two classes on this planet, never been three. You were world class or you outclass. And the question is not which class do you want to live in. The question is which class do the ones coming behind you deserve for you to die in? On your feet, on your knees, respect the craft. No.
That's a picture. I want to see her live.
Oh!
I want to see it live.
What is going on? I see you, Keisha. I see you, Mo. What up, TJ? Baby, I got something special for you later, TJ. What's up, world class handsome man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. BCDC 123. What is good? Thank you guys for joining me. This is going to be something special. Something very special.
Trust and believe today will be no different. Okay. So we are going to actually use these celebrities and everything. We're going to discuss the behavior. But let me go ahead and address the chat, speak to some people, see how y'all doing. What's up, world class? World class knows I love him dearly. What's up, OG Patrice?
Hold on now, Noble. You don't be watching the twerking videos on Instagram?
No. You can be doing something. Now, I'd rather you cook or just come lay down. I don't need you to do all that.
Noble is noble. If this is true, you're not constantly, following all the what is it? I don't even call it. I call it booty models, but IG models and so-called, famous people.
Because too many of them are plastic. I don't eat plastic. I only eat organic.
Not okay. I'm gonna leave that there. Let me read this. Let me read this message.
Hot nigga.
Oh my goodness. Noble, come over here and make me blush. Okay.
Bang, bang, bang,
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
My nigga.
Boom, the world class.
Yeah, okay. Why isn't she cammed up, Noble? I can't see her face.
Oh, you can't see my face because, like I said, I got my kids with me, and then I ain't have time to get cute. So, I like to.
This her channel.
Ma'am, it's midday. How much time do you need to get cute?
You'll see this right. She right here.
That's a picture. I want to see her live.
Oh. Well, you eventually will, but right now you're not gonna see me live. You got to deal with that.
Why did you say live like that?
You gonna see me live. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just not today.
Just not today. I gotta. I gotta wait.
Don't pay him no mind. This is my fault.
But listen. That's okay.
He only civil at night.
Yeah, listen.
I ain't gonna be civil tonight.
Man, Drill, leave her alone.
All right.
Somehow.
Things to do.
Hey, man. Bro, no, did you hear what he said? He said, I want to see it live. Like, what?
You're so stupid. God damn.
I don't know what's wrong with this nigga.
He needs some milk.
Damn, give him some milk.
Hey, look. No.
All right. I'm sorry, I got lost in a train of thought of just all that goodness I just heard.
Washed.
They would be fools to resist my divine power. His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful. Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class.